There's nothing super special about this foundation. I will not be going out of my way for it anytime soon, and I don't think that you should. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to our channel. Today you're going to be seeing how the Sephora 10-Hour Wear Perfection Foundation is going to last. I have worn this foundation several times before, so I already kind of have my well-rounded thoughts on it. I'm going to be sharing all of those with you today, like always, and then also telling you how I've found that it works best and if it's worth the $20 that it is priced at. So let's get into the application. I'll do like a little screenshot of the description of the product right here. I don't want to read them on the screen anymore because I feel like it's really boring and probably a lot of people don't like to be read to. So if you guys want to read the description of it, you can pause the video, read the description right here, and then move on to the application. But if you don't want to see it, then just ignore it and it'll go away. I always feel funny doing my intros with no makeup on because I just feel like every time somebody clicks on my videos, they're probably like, did this girl forget to get ready for her video? No, it's part of the content. I'm just applying my Cover FX blurring primer. Oh, I accidentally applied it to both sides of my face. So let me try to wipe it off on this side. So we'll just have the primer on the left side of my face, per usual. A little bit on the chin area. If you guys have not tried this primer, oh my gosh, the blurring primer from Cover FX, if you're somebody who struggles with pores or texture or anything like that, like this stuff is seriously, it doesn't get better than this. This stuff is the stuff for that stuff. Okay, so I'm just gonna take, I think, about 2 pumps of this onto my tray. I have the shade 10 Ivory. It says Clear Light Ivory. Neutral. The way that they name these is a little bit confusing. So one thing that I have figured out with this foundation is that it is definitely 100% better applied with a brush. So I'm going to be using my BH Cosmetics 123 brush. I've tried to apply it with a sponge several times, and every time I applied it with a sponge, it just did not, like, it was not cute. Like, it just looked really, really textured. It didn't work well with the sponge, and that is okay. Not every foundation in the world has to be used with a sponge. I do like to apply with a sponge, but if my foundation is gonna look better not applied with a sponge, then obviously I'm fine to not use a sponge. So I'll be honest, I haven't used a ton, even though I used to work at Sephora, I haven't used a ton of products from the actual Sephora brand. However, I am obsessed with their concealer, their Bright Future concealer. Oh my gosh, it is so good. I think it's just as good as the NARS Radiant Creamy. Maybe has a little less coverage than the NARS Radiant Creamy, but still so good. Definitely a really good dupe. So far, it definitely feels like it's applied a little bit better on the primed side, which with some foundations, primer makes a big difference, and then with some foundations, primer is just kind of like whatever, you know, like it's not gonna add a lot of longevity or smoothness or anything like that. But with this foundation, I am feeling like the primer made a substantial difference in the texture and just the overall appearance of it. Yeah, I'm definitely like 100% liking it better on the primed side. After much trial and error of using this foundation and trying it with a sponge many times and it not looking cute, eventually I was like, well, let me just try it with a brush, and I tried it with a brush for several days and I was like, okay, this is much better. However, even applied with a brush, even on the prime side and everything like that, it looks good, but it doesn't look amazing. Like, it's not great. I'm not infatuated by it, you know? The true magic of this guy will be if it wears really well. I have worn this foundation before, but it's been a little bit since I've worn it, so I don't quite remember the longevity of it. So we will be remembering together. Here is how everything is looking by itself. Doesn't look bad, but one thing that does bother me is that I feel like on my lip area and like my nose, like right in here on my nose, it seems to get pretty textured. Not a big fan of the appearance in those areas. Not loving it. Looks a little bit textured on my forehead. Yeah, that's kind of where we are right now. I'm gonna hop off camera. I'm gonna go apply the rest of my makeup. We're gonna see how this foundation lasts throughout the day. I will do a little bit of baking under my eyes. Recently, I've been setting with powder. Should I set with powder today? I don't know. Set one side with powder and then one side with just setting spray. That's a good idea. I'm gonna go off camera and I'm going to do the baking under my eyes like I normally do. It's like a light form of baking. And then I'm gonna set one side with powder and one side with setting spray, and we'll see which side wears better, or if we like either side, if we're liking this foundation at all. So Hey guys, I decided to do my wear test in the daylight because I was like, I was doing it in my bathroom. What was I thinking? Anyways, as you can see, it's wearing off on my chin and has worn off on my nose, and it is getting quite textured in this area. It seems fine on this side, and this is the side that I set with powder, but on this side it's like gotten quite textured and like patchy around my nose area. This side a little bit, but not as bad. And the forehead is actually looking okay, which normally I haven't liked this foundation in this area. Like, it's really bothered me in this area, but today it seems to be fine. Overall, I don't think it's a horrible foundation, but it is $20, and I feel like I have used foundations that are better, that I like the texture more, the longevity more, and stuff like that, like the CoverGirl Outlast. That one was really, really nice, and it's less. It's like $11. Here's Hillary.
I bring goodies.
I'm doing my wear test out in the daylight. So,
Better than shadow.
well, I know, I don't want to be overexposed because then it takes all the detail out and then it just looks like I'm under a perfect beauty light. The shadow is like the best lighting. You should know, you're a freaking photographer. So that's pretty much how I'm feeling right now. I'll do one more check-in before the end of the night. Sometimes I put on so much gloss that I'm just like, at this point I should just put it all over my face. Alright you guys, so it is the end of the day and I am tired. I have some friends over right now and I'm gonna finish my wear test. They actually don't know that I'm up here filming right now, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. So yes, I just wanted to let you guys see how everything has lasted, and this is where we are. I personally, just like I said in my last check-in, like, I'm not feeling like it's worth the $20. This is how I felt before, and it makes me kind of sad because Sephora, I don't know, I feel like to have Sephora's name on this foundation, it's not like absolutely awful, but to have Sephora's name on this foundation, I just feel like it definitely has opportunity. It definitely has room for improvement. I think that Sephora wants to say that they have higher standards, or like wants to have higher standards, but at the same time they want to keep it cost efficient and stuff like that, and I just think that there's a better way to do it. Like my CoverGirl Outlast foundation, for example, I think that's the best comparison that I can give to this foundation. I just think that it lasts better. It's cheaper. I think it's around like $15. It's not substantially cheaper, but you're definitely going to be saving a little bit of money, especially if you're looking for something on more of the affordable side. At $20, I just don't think that it's quite worth it. I think that you can find better for less. That is what I feel about this foundation. It's not horrible. I don't think it would work for oily skin, to be quite honest. I don't think that it's long wearing enough to be good for oily skin. I think that it would be fine for dry skin, but it lasts better with a powder on this side. Like you can see, it's rubbed off pretty much completely on my nose. It's rubbed off quite a bit on my chin. It has gotten a little bit textured in here and just everything in between. I just think overall there's better foundations for better prices. It's definitely not going to be like one of those foundations that I am recommending to you guys. It's not. I love my YSL All Hours. Obviously that one's a huge jump in price. That one's $58. My CoverGirl Outlast is fantastic. I even like the Holika foundation that I tried recently, and I like the way that that one lasts better. There's nothing super special about this foundation. I will not be going out of my way for it anytime soon, and I don't think that you should. Let me know if you guys have tried out this foundation, if you like it, if you hate it, if you feel the same as I do. Leave a comment down below letting me know what your thoughts are, or just leave a comment telling me what your favorite foundation is. I need some new foundations to try. If you're looking for a new foundation to try, make sure to check out some of my other videos here, see what my thoughts are on some of the products that you may be shopping for, and make sure to subscribe to my channel so that I can create more content like this for you guys, and I will see you all in Friday's video. Thanks for watching. Bye! Let me